Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with Life with Chesty for Beyond the Gate, Season 1, Episode 59, May 23rd, 2025, y'all. Okay, so first things first, let me know your thoughts on today's new episode down below. It was good. Look, Leslie crazy. It's so much I want to talk about based on the end of the episode where they showed the preview for next week's episode. What was the first thing? Let me see. I think the first thing they showed was Martin seeing Haley and Bill, and he came in clapping or whatever. And then another part of the preview, excuse me, another part of the preview. Lord Jesus, another part of the preview. He over here in public talking about the doggone. I may have did something horrible one night. I said, now would you sit up there and say that? Why would you take your tail in public? And them folks already knows at the doggone club. Why would you go say that? Talking about some I may have did something horrible one night. I said, you fool. You fool. I said if Smitty was there, or even if he wasn't there, when you hear about it, he definitely finna investigate. I still say Smitty gonna be the one to discover what he did. What was the other thing? I think they showed Naomi and Haley and Bill, and Naomi was saying something about throwing a baby moon. Isn't that what they throw? Is that the same thing as a honeymoon? Isn't that what they throw for somebody that's about to have a baby? But either way it go, she was or a girl's trip or some type of way Naomi put it. Then they showed Naomi, not Naomi, Danny and Haley, and she trying to have her take a pregnancy test in front of her or whatever because she doesn't believe that she's actually pregnant. So I'm assuming based on the trailer that Haley is pregnant, y'all. I said I don't believe it either. I don't believe it either. I think she up to something. Now she might be pregnant, but that don't mean it's be a baby. That does not mean it's be a baby. And what else? I think the other thing was Vanessa about to sleep with Joey. Now I don't know if they had slept together before, but look like they about to sleep together and look like they at the casino or one of Joey places or whatever. And I said, now this will be the time for Doug to pop up. Y'all know how he keep popping up at the casino. That'll be the time. But yeah, like I said, let me know down below what y'all thought of this episode. So first we're gonna start with Dana and Ted. So she though she sit on the bed. What she said to him? Dog, I didn't write down. I just wrote down. I said, girl, get off that bed. She sit down on the bed trying to tempt him and stuff. I said he gonna go. He stood there talking to her for way too long. For way too long. But yeah, oh, that's the other part I forgot, y'all. Dana, Eva gonna sneak up into Dana's place and Dana gonna be saying, what did you do with my helmet? And I don't know if she said gloves or what, but she asking her what she did with the helmet. I wonder if she got it or she turned it in. But yeah, Dana and Ted was still talking. She was trying to get him to hook up with her. He wouldn't do it. They went back and forth. He couldn't believe that she tried to frame Eva. He was saying how he knows she didn't do it or whatever. And she over here talking about some, I love Eva or whatever. That's my daughter or whatever. Then what else did she say? She just was over here acting like she loved Eva, but all that switched up. First, he asked her, why she lying on Eva, questioning her or whatever. Um, he said that he know that she ran Laura off the road, but she kind of threatened him. Well, she kind of threatened Eva. She threatened to go after Eva if he keep on investigating stuff like that. I said she finna frame her. Whoever said that, somebody said something about some boots. I don't know if they read a spoiler or what, but somebody said she got Eva boots. But she threatened him. I said, I said, she crazy. Maybe y'all was right. Whoever said that maybe Eva ain't her daughter, maybe y'all was right. Maybe that's why she doing all this. Maybe that's why she don't really care. But yeah, she threatened Ted by going after Eva or whatever. And I was like, this lady crazy. Then that ain't even the worst part. That ain't even the worst part. She done took her tail. She took her tail back to her house. Was that a new wig? She don't put on another wig. Trying to act like Nicole look like she got on one of her a jacket or the shirt or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, y'all. But she looked like she got her hairstyle, her clothes. I said, this lady crazy. She went in the mirror, started talking to herself. I said, yeah, she's lost it, or she never had it in the first place. What she said, I'm Dr. Nicole Richardson or something. She said, she was just in the mirror. I said, this lady losing it. I said, they better hurry up and get her locked out. Locked out. Hurry up and get her locked up. Yeah, she over here in the mirror. I said she a lunatic. They better watch her. But yeah, who else we got? Anita Vernon. First, they were just being lovey-dovey or whatever, and he offers to stay to be kind of like a mediator between them. Look, I'm wondering what she talking about. They keep saying something happened, and I think at the end of they scene, Tracy and Anita, um, she said something about it didn't just affect Sharon and Tracy or whatever. So I'm like, who is it? Is it somebody else? Like, what happened? Then Anita kept implying that she had to get away from that place and like something happened to her or something happened to somebody in the group or something like that. That's what I took from it. I don't know yet. I don't know yet what's gonna happen, but they keep talking in circles over here. I guess they can't really say too much until maybe next week they're gonna finally talk about it. But I knew Tracy was still mad. They got a right to be mad because she just up and left and stuff like that. But then I feel like it's more to the story too. And y'all know what I said. I said it kind of seemed like she won't Vernon for herself. But yeah, Anita and Tracy, they was talking or whatever. Tracy ends up telling Anita she was just walking around looking at her stuff, and it's like it infuriated her or something. She ends up telling her that she won the lottery. And Anita was like, no, no one gave me anything. I earned it. She was just trying to tell Tracy that she earned everything that she got. She just kept bringing up, what she did and the fact that she left the group or whatever and gave up on them. And she was just mad. She was expressing her feelings or whatever. For a second, I thought they was going to fix everything, but I don't know. I don't know. It ended, their scene ended with, dog, I'm getting distracted. She calling my name. Hold on. Their scene ended when Tracy said something about it wasn't just her and Sharon that was affected. So I'm like, wait a minute now, what happened? Look, it's more to the story. And I'm wondering when they're gonna cast Sharon. I haven't heard anything about who gonna play her yet though. Shanice and Doug, she nosy. I think I said that yesterday. She just over here looking. I said they should know better than to talk in front of her. What was they talking about anyway? Oh, she was asking about no, that's when she was talking to Ted. What was Shanice and Doug talking about? Oh, I think he was happy because he got the cast. I said this. I said, did he just hurt himself last week? No. I said soap time, y'all, soap time. But yeah, they was talking about that. The fact she was saying something about he helped somebody even though he just got his cast off and stuff like that. He ends up saying that Vanessa supposed to be meeting him there, but she was like she had to see her. She too busy over here and what's his name face? Joey. She over here in Joey face. Look. And Joey just not Joey. I keep getting them confused, Joey and Doug. Doug just gonna leave. He was mad. What Martin said, I don't know if he asked him how's everything, what's good or something. He asked him, he said not. He said nothing. That's what I'm gonna say, y'all. Hold on. Look, he was so mad, and I was like, he can't do nothing because it's Joy or something. I still would have had to handle him. No, I'm just talking, y'all. He just left his wife over here. Then she's like, I don't want to go after him, but I guess I should. Then gonna go to the hospital talking about some is Doug here? She was like, no, he left or whatever. And I was like, she over here. Then she had the audacity. I guess we're gonna finally talk about that. We're gonna go and talk about that. I mean, Vanessa and Ted. How you gonna sit up here and tell him he this and that, cussing at him and stuff? Confronting him about cheating on your best friend, but you sit up here and cheating on your husband. How many times? You've been cheating since the doggone show started. I say, look, I know that's your best friend. You got a right to try to defend her, but considering what you do and how you get down, what? I was like, she was going off on him, crying and stuff like that. And I was like, then I feel like she don't justify what she doing by assuming that Doug doing the same thing. Even when he told her that he wasn't cheating or whatever. Now he is gambling or whatever, and he not being honest. But at the same time, then she told about something. As long as we come back home to each other, girl, what you got going on? But yeah, she got in Ted's face confronting him about cheating and he hurt Nicole and she this and that. And I said, what about Doug over here? What about him? I ain't seen Randy lately. Shanice and Ted, might as well get them out the way. They was just talking about. She was asking him about the documentary, how she looked and everything. And she still standing right there the whole time when Ted and Vanessa was talking. She was just back there looking, and I think she was talking to somebody about Andre. And I called that on the first episode. I said she like Andre. That's why she ends up. She was talking to Ashley about it. I said she want him for herself. Who else we got? We already talked about Dana, Ted, Anita, Shanice, and Doug. Vanessa and Joey, they came in talking about a property or something like that. Then they started flirting with each other. They started flirting or whatever. And I still don't know if they ever hooked up or not. But Doug ended up coming and he was just standing there and Joey had his hand up on Vanessa. Vanessa over here holding his hand. I said, dude, you better come in there. You better come in there and knock something over. I said, I knock all that stuff off the table. What he got going on, dog? He keep leaving. That ain't the first time he don't see his wife get all cozy with somebody. He just be leaving or whatever. I don't know if it's because he feel guilty because he is gambling and lying to her or whatever. But either way it go, he be so calm. He be so calm. He don't say nothing about nothing. But yeah, Doug had got mad. I don't know what he said to them. Oh, he ended up mentioning that she didn't come because of the he got his cast off or whatever. And he felt some type of way about that. And I think she's, if I'm not mistaken, she said she forgot or something. Too busy flirting or whatever. So he got mad and he left. And Joy was yeah, I got it right this time. Joy was like, "You want to go after him or something like that?" She's like, "I don't want to, but I guess I better." And that's when she went to the hospital or whatever, but he wasn't there. I was like, "Girl, please." Smitty and Martin, he wanted to talk to him about something. I was thinking about Bill, but I don't know. But yeah, he wanted to talk to him about something. He kept blowing him off. I don't know if he thought he wanted to talk to him about the dream or what. Hold on, y'all. He kept blowing him off. Vernon ends up coming, and then he said something about he was gonna help. What's her name? Samantha with her project or something like that. So then Marty gonna suggest that they go. They all go out to eat. So they did. And they just over there watching Joey and Vanessa. They just watching them and gossiping about what's going on or whatever. And then Vernon and Samantha end up leaving, and that's when Smitty said he's not gonna be able to run for him much longer because they gotta have that conversation. So I'm assuming based on the preview for next week's episode, they're gonna finally talk about whatever he wanted to talk about because Martin came in clapping and talking to Bill and stuff and talking about some I may have did something horrible that night or whatever. And Bill like, be aware of your surroundings. I said right. He over here don't care it. Just like he was trying to run for president, knowing he don't did whatever he did. We don't even know what he did yet, y'all. I'm assuming he attacked somebody or took somebody up out of there. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, he over here just telling the whole doggone restaurant. I said that nosy lady. What was her name? What was her name that Nicole and them was talking about? What's her name? Dog. It's probably in my notebook somewhere. The nosy lady. She probably gonna be the one to find out. She gonna not the one to find out. I said that wrong. She probably gonna be snitching and talking and telling everybody or whatever. But yeah, I'm assuming Smitty gonna be the one to figure everything out, y'all, because he already asking the right questions. He definitely is. Shanice, I wrote down her. What was she? She was just on the phone. She was talking about Andre, if I'm not mistaken. Vernon and Samantha was talking about the project. We already talked about that. I think that's everything. Let me check my notes to make sure. I already said Dana threatened to go after Eva, and Ted told her he'll protect his child. I said Tracy Mad said Anita left when they needed her the most. And I said a crazy lady pretended to be Nicole. I said, look, I knew Tracy was upset though. But yeah, that's it, y'all. That's all. That's all that happened, if I'm not mistaken. It was okay. I'm just ready for next week's episode. But let me know your thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe.